You think people who don't post their photos are insecure? Wrong. They might be the most psychologically secure people you know. Let me destroy your assumptions. There's a study from the Journal of Personality that found something fascinating. People who constantly post selfies scored higher on narcissistic vulnerability. That's the fragile kind of narcissism that needs constant external validation to survive. The people who don't post, they're not hiding. They're just not performing. See, social media turned everyone into their own PR agent. You wake up, you curate, you edit, you post, you refresh. You're not living a life, you're pitching one. The people who opt out aren't rejecting technology. They're rejecting the exhausting theater of self-presentation. Here's the first insight that'll make you uncomfortable. Not posting photos is actually a form of power. You ever notice how celebrities and truly wealthy people barely post themselves? It's because scarcity creates value. When you're everywhere, you're nowhere. Psychologists call this the scarcity principle in social perception. The less available you are, the more people wonder about you. The person who doesn't post becomes mysterious by default, and mystery is magnetic in a world of Second insight, and this one stings. People who don't post have something the rest of us lost. A private, internal world that isn't constantly being monetized for likes. Research from the American Psychological Association links social media use to decreased self-concept clarity. That means the more you post, the less you actually know who you are. You become a reflection of your audience's reactions. The people who don't post, they still have a self that exists independent of external feedback. They can have a bad hair day without it becoming a referendum on their worth. They can fail without an audience tracking it. That's not privilege. That's preservation. Third insight, the one nobody wants to admit. Not posting is often a sign of secure attachment. People with anxious attachment need constant reassurance that they matter. Social media is crack cocaine for that anxiety. Every like is a hit of you're okay. Every comment is proof you exist. People who don't need that, they already know they matter. They got their validation from stable relationships in childhood, or they built it through therapy and self-work. Either way, they're not outsourcing their self-worth to strangers on the internet. Now here's the practical permission you came for. If you don't want to post your photos, you don't owe anyone a visual record of your existence. You're not wasting your youth by not documenting it. You're not being antisocial. You're being selectively social, which is actually healthier. The people who matter know what you look like. The people who don't matter don't need to. And if someone judges you for not posting, they're revealing their own need for external validation, not your deficiency. Here's what the research actually shows. Lower social media use correlates with higher life satisfaction. Not because social media is evil, but because people who don't need it are usually getting their needs met elsewhere. They have friends they actually see. They have hobbies that don't require an audience. They have a sense of self that doesn't need constant updates. So the next time someone asks why you don't post photos, you can tell them this. You're not hiding from the world. You're just not selling yourself to it. And in a culture that treats everyone like a product, that's basically revolutionary. If this made you feel seen, subscribe. We explored the psychology of opting out every workday. Hope so, because sometimes the most radical thing you can do is simply refuse to perform.